my name is Betsy Whitehurst, and I'm an MSU Dietetic Intern, and I'm at Crosslines today. Have you guys ever wanted to make your own homemade tortillas? Well, today we're gonna do that with items that you can find in the pantry. So, starting off, we've got 1 1/3 cup of flour. We're gonna take this and just add it into our bowl. Then 2/3 cup of the cornmeal flour. So if you have cornmeal at home, you can actually make tortillas out of it pretty easily. We're gonna add that in. Next, we have 4 tablespoons of cooking oil. I just used regular vegetable oil. And just a little dash of salt. Kind of just do a little handful. But you could also measure it out and be about half a teaspoon. We're gonna stir that together a little bit. And then we're gonna slowly add our water. So just add a little bit at a time. This is about half a cup of water, and just mix as you go. It should come together. Adding it slowly helps it come together quickly and not clump up too much. So add the rest in and continue to mix. It'll get to a point where you'll want to go in with your hands until it becomes smooth and not gritty anymore. So once it kind of comes to that point, get in there with your hands, and then it should look about like this ball here. Once it kind of looks like that, we're gonna divide it up. I kind of do 4 pieces and make them about the size of your palm, pretty large. So I've already got some of these made up here. See, they're about the size of my palm, and you're gonna let these sit in the fridge for about 30 minutes just to let the gluten relax and them chill. And then these have also been waiting 30 minutes, so now we're gonna move over and see how to make our tortillas. Now that we're over at our tortilla making station, we're just gonna take our chilled and pre-made little tortilla balls, and I've got a square of wax paper, another square of wax paper, and we're just gonna flatten this with our hand first. Then we're gonna take our other second piece of wax paper, lay that on top, and just kind of use whatever flat surface you have in your kitchen. I'm using a pan today, and then you just kind of flatten her out. After I kind of flattened it with the pan, I found that it was easiest to kind of go in with the rolling pin just to get it about tortilla size. These homemade tortillas are a little bit smaller than the ones that you'll see at the grocery store, but they still work great for taco night. And once we've got this flattened out like this, we're gonna pull back the wax paper, and here is your homemade tortilla. Now we've moved over to the stove, so I've preheated this pan, and we're just gonna put our tortilla in. So you're gonna let this sit and cook for about 30-60 seconds. It'll start to bubble up a little bit, and the bottom will get brown. Then you can go in with a spatula or just your hand if you're brave enough and flip it to the other side. Once it's cooked and you've flipped it on both sides, it should look a little bit like this. Now, this recipe makes 10, so that's a great amount for family dinner. And I found that the easiest way was I would roll out a tortilla, put it on the stove, let one cook, and while one was cooking, I could roll out another. So that's a really easy way to make all 10 quickly. And it's just a fun activity either to do with the family or do yourself if you've ever wanted to try making your own tortillas. And the great thing is they keep for 3 days in a sealed bag or even longer in the refrigerator. So I hope you try this recipe with the items you got in the pantry. Thank you guys for listening today.